Check, check. I think we good. I think we good. What's going on, people? My bad, my bad. Welcome to Behind the Booth. I am your host, Spin Griffey. We're trying a couple new things, man. We're gonna try and start this 11 a.m. date time. See if that works a little bit better for us. Shout out to everybody in here already. Daily Grind. I think I saw you. Too ready. What's up? We in here, man. Um, Happy first of the month. It is officially April 1st. We are in the first quarter, second quarter of the year, man. Hopefully that first quarter went well. I can't believe how fast those first 3 months went, man. I'm a little dealing with a little tequila bug from Easter yesterday. So hopefully y'all Easter was lit as mine was, and I still smell like tequila too. It's crazy. But we're gonna jump right into this week's show. All right, wedding DJs. Let's discuss it, man. I personally have been seeing. I follow a lot of wedding DJs on YouTube. Specifically, I follow Nick Spinelli and DJ J Book. J Book is in South Carolina. Nick Spinelli is out there, in like the Jersey, Philly area. And so a thing I've noticed, man, is that wedding DJs seem to have like a big chip on their shoulder just when it comes to wedding or just DJing in general. Like they feel like they have to prove more to people out there. Like they don't really understand or like, they just have more to prove as a DJ to show they're more knowledgeable and they don't have to play. Because, they traditionally don't play what your club type DJ would be out here playing. So it seems like they have to, make it a point to go out of their way to show that they know what they're doing. J Book posted a video last week on his show talking about the cheesiness in weddings and what they play because I guess, if you do, I do weddings and most weddings usually want to hear the same type of stuff. So he was basically saying, stop playing cheesy stuff like your line dances, your Cotton Eye Joes, your wobbles, your Cupid shuffles. And in the Facebook group on DJ Share Ideas, they were lighting his ass up because they were saying, you're playing for the couple, not you. They're paying you, it's their big day. And all of these things are things I agree with. I think one of the fundamental flaws in his argument was him not realizing that a lot of times once you start getting to weddings and stuff, it's corny to you because especially if you're like super booked, you're playing these weddings all the time, and so you're playing this music all the time. But a lot of these people don't go out, especially when you start getting wedding guests in their like late 30s, 40s, 50s. They're not going out like that. So a lot of the times, the songs that you're playing, you would perceive to be corny, are actually things that take these people back. They're not out in the club in the streets like that anymore, and so they just want to have a good time, man. And I think that is one of the fundamental flaws of like wedding DJs. Sometimes is that a lot of them get caught in the mix of repetition. So if you're booked for like 2-3 weddings a week, which is fire by the way, especially if you get paid how you should. You're probably gonna be playing the same stuff over and over and over again, and it's kind of the same thing with club DJs. You're given a little bit more leeway in the club because you're in the club and people want to hear the latest and greatest. Not so much at weddings. Weddings are about nostalgia and celebrating new love, and I think that from what I've seen in my experience, I think that especially how weddings are now, a lot of the stuff is really clubs and parties. They just want to turn up. So I do think I get what he's saying on trying to challenge people in his industry, but also at the same time, you got to like be able to adapt and realize you're getting four figures or more for these people, for you to play music for these people at their wedding, man. I do weddings. Weddings are pretty fun for me personally. I know I did one last week. Funny story. So I was told it was like a half white, half Latin wedding. So traditionally, like nobody was on the floor because I played behind a wedding band. So I came up and the wedding band was doing nothing but slow jams all night. So I went in there and ran Dancing Queen. And I probably got to like 15 seconds in, and the Latin crowd just kind of all turned around and looked at me. And then that was the moment that I realized that this was not a half white, half Latin wedding reception. This was a 100% Latin wedding reception. So we bust out the Mark Anthony and we got the party going, man. It was a good time. But yeah, I don't think that there's such a thing as corny or cheesy music. I think it's just once you start hearing things over and over again, you get tired of them as a DJ. And I think that lights the fuel and the fire for a lot of people to want to, play new music and be adventurous, man. There is definitely nothing wrong with that. I usually try to do 30 minutes, but the way I'm feeling, we're probably gonna blow through this today, man. Um, so next, oh, I wanted to discuss this. MCs, for my club DJs, a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about, man. When there's I'm sorry, a very touchy MC or like one that wants to be way more like into the party, um, than they have to be. I personally do not like MCs in my events because I don't like anybody telling hold on. I don't like when people just jump on the mic and try and I can MC, so I don't really need somebody else to do it for me. And then a lot of times they just say wild shit. Like one of the worst things I hate is when the MC will jump up on the mic, he'll grab the mic and be like, "Yo, you need to get to the bar. You need to get some drinks in you, cause the more you drink, the better this shit sounds." And it's like you kind of discrediting your DJ by saying that basically he don't know what he's doing, and you got to be drunk to enjoy your night. And a lot of them just like either want to sing every bar of the song like word for word, or they just want to keep interrupting you. I've had experiences where like even MCs want to come up and push the fader like up and down. Like, dog, stay away from the equipment. You stay in the front because you shouldn't even be by me. Um, so I say all that to say that I do think it's imperative that you as a DJ learn how to host as well. It's not that difficult, man. I know a lot of people get mic shy and don't know what to say, but I think some of the best MCs or some of the best DJs on the mic can just, figure it out, go with the song. I think one of the things that usually helps all the time is if you just start yelling like, "Hey, it's somebody's birthday in here." And I think once you start getting the reactions and seeing how people react to that, then you'll have a better idea of what type of MC you want to be. I know a lot of people themselves don't like public speaking. And it's just part of the game, man. As being a DJ now, you're so much more than just somebody playing music all day. So I do think it's imperative that you as a DJ learn how to MC, interact with your crowd, and it'll actually make your sets better because it'll allow you to, because when certain drops are coming or certain parts of the song are coming. So it helps your set out a little more to get the crowd engaged with you on the mic. And it's not like you got to be up there talking all night throughout every song. Just pick it up, say something funny, or hands up, or is there somebody birthday in here, da da da. But it makes you more multifaceted, and it's another reason that people will book you once you can engage and get with the crowds, man. So definitely learn how to do that. And I think one of the things that helped me, especially, is like when I'm in here, I'll just pretend like I'm in the club, and I'll be like, "Yeah, put your hands up." There's somebody's birthday, and I think one of the things is like reading aloud. Crazy as it sounds, just find something to read, and that'll help you like publicly speak. I know a lot of people be like they got to get drunk to get on the mic. I'm kind of weary of that. Well, I'm already a drinker anyway, so I've been doing it. But for a lot of times, you lose your inhibitions, but sometimes you just say some wild shit, and you might just turn around. You might just turn around and say something that nobody's really expecting, or you might say something that you like. It sounds fire in your head, but without the sense, I guess, in the moment to filter what you're about to say, it comes out, and sometimes it just comes out wrong. But yeah, I definitely think while you're practicing, man, just practice on your mic work as well. While you're out there working on your mixes and stuff like that too. Because again, I do think it helps you be a better performer. It makes you more entertaining, and it's definitely one of those things to where if you don't want anybody else behind your booth, get it behind the booth. Anyway, behind your booth, um, it's definitely something that will help you just become a better overall DJ. Even if you stream, man, just get on the stream, talk some shit, figure out what works for you, figure out what type of like MC you want to be for yourself as a DJ. Like I said, they're the funny ones. They're just the ones that interact every so often. But it is like a definite skill that will set you apart from a lot of DJs who don't participate in the mic work. All right. So we're gonna jump into our third and final topic. Like I said, it's a short show, dealing with a hangover. I think, but I don't think so. All right. New music. So, and I guess this ties in to the conversation. Hold on, give me one second. All right. So I was saying, I guess this ties into the conversation that's been had the past couple weeks about artists feeling like they weren't getting love from the DJs. But I think another topic that was born out of that is also the fact that it's very hard as a DJ to play for the consumer because they don't want to hear new music. Um, I was out somewhere. I've been out somewhere. I'm not a big fan of places. Like I know it's the thing right now with sections and stuff, but I think sections take away. Um, it inhibits your DJ because, well, it's twofold. So one, I think the whole sections in the club thing hurts you as a DJ because predominantly people are just gonna sit down. So if people are sitting down, it's kind of hard to figure out if they're moving or what you're playing is working because nobody's dancing. They're just sitting down smoking hookah, drinking. The flip side to that, though, is that it allows you to be able to get deeper into your bag and experiment with more music because you can't tell if they're dancing or not. So it's like a flip of the coin to decide if the DJing which sections thing is good. But anyway, the original purpose of this was speaking on playing new music. And the thing with new music is that there's a time and a place traditionally to play it. Like even with the bigger artists, you're not really gonna come out unless like a song drops on Friday. A lot of people might have heard it, but they don't know it like that. So you're not probably going to drop a new song at peak, even if it's like Drake or Future or Beyonce. Like you're not just going to come out the gates um, playing a new song at peak. So personally, what I like to do is I always say like the first hour of a set is for me. So the first hour is usually when I'm breaking new records and playing stuff that I really like. And the thing with breaking records is that you have to do it consistently. So you're gonna have to play it like every week. A lot of people like to drop it. Some people because I've had this discussion. Some people do like to play it during peak hours. It's just not a thing for me. So what I usually do is in that first hour, if it's a new song, something I think will hit, then I'll play it in that first hour, and I'll do that consistently. See what the crowd is rocking with, if they're vibing. If I see some, heads bobbing or something like that. And the more you do that, the more you can see if this is something that you need to keep in rotation. Now, keep in mind, one of the things with breaking new music, especially in the club, is that we're in an era where new music comes out so frequently. It's a lot of here today, gone tomorrow type stuff. So you really have to be intentional about playing these songs in your sets because you want people to get familiar with it and you want to be able to play it later in the night. Sometimes a bigger artist, it'll probably take 2 weeks before you can start throwing that in your set before, people acknowledge it or start vibing to it. But, I mean, the thing with breaking new music is repetition, repetition, repetition. People have to continue to hear it so they can get familiar with it and then to know if they like it or not. Now, a good DJ, you will know if it's a song that's going to work or stick. Like, if you're playing it 2-3 weeks, you're getting the same type of reaction or nobody's vibing with it, then, I mean, it was like, it's cool. It was this moment, but it's probably not going to work long term. But definitely figure out what works best for you as a DJ when it comes to playing new music. Some people like it in the beginning. Some people do play newer stuff at the end when they're trying to get people out of the club. I'd recommend either of those instead of waiting until peak to try and play new music. because you don't want to lose your crowd, especially if you're on a bar deal at like a lot of these spots. And I think that's another thing. It depends on how you're getting paid at the venues you're at. If you're playing, if you're getting like your money is your money, whatever, you're not working on a bar deal, then you can go ahead and just play whatever, take more of a risk because it doesn't affect you if your floor clears. As a bar deal, you want people on the dance floor sweating and all that so they can continue to go back and forth to the bar. So you're probably not as interested in trying to clear your floor, man. So just think about that. It's definitely a variety of methods. Even if you do like streaming, that's a good time to play new songs too. I usually on my streams I play a lot of new music for myself to kind of get a feel as well to see where I could drop this. And you can, so to go back, you can play newer music in your peak set, depending on if you're resetting the room or whatever. I'd usually recommend maybe like the hook or something so people can get familiar as you transition to another song. That's another way I like to use new music too, to like play the hook or the chorus to transition into another song. So there are a lot of ways, and we're probably gonna break that down even further later or in another episode. So that's our topics for the day. Before I dip, want to thank everybody that came out to last month's edition of the Joe's Blend Link Up. It was a lot of y'all, man. Seeing some faces I ain't never seen, some people that hadn't been there in a minute, man. It was a good time. We're doing it again. The date and the flyer will be dropping soon, hopefully by the end of the week. Make sure y'all follow us, not just here on the Instagram, but we got a YouTube as well, youtube.com/@Joe's Blend. We're going to be posting a bunch of things over there. Also got a couple interviews coming out. I got to edit one. The homie Mike Swift, who I think is on this flyer, if this is the right flyer. Got about an hour-long interview with him. So we're doing a bunch of things, man. Can't wait to get everybody involved, and looking forward to seeing all of y'all for more events. Definitely don't know. We got a Discord, and we got a GroupMe. The GroupMe is more BS. I think we're going to keep the Discord more for like the organization part. So if you need files or whatever, you just go straight to the GroupMe, to the Discord. So I'll put that link. It should be in our bio, but if not, I'll put that in there, man. I'm about to go back and lay down. Y'all have been amazing. This is Behind the Booth. I am Spin Griffey, and I will see y'all in a week. Peace.